Hey everybody, Summer Simpson here, joining you on behalf of the Levine JCC. I'm going to be doing a bodyweight strength training class for you today, okay? So as the name implies, it's predominantly bodyweight. However, I do have one exercise where you're going to need to have a weight just for a side body bend. I know not everyone has weights and plates and kettlebells and, lions, tigers, bears, or all those things at home. So I'm going to be using a gallon of vinegar just to show you, whatever you got, make it work. However, if you do have a plate, you can do a pinch grip, kettlebell, dumbbell, something nice and heavy. This is what the action will look like later, okay? All right, so we're going to start with our warm-up. I'm also going to need a piece of equipment for that. Now, in my case, I've got a handy-dandy PVC pipe. I don't expect that you're going to have this. If you do, yippee. If not, then a broom, perhaps without the broom end on it. Something that's not overly weighted on one side versus the other. If you don't have a stick like that, don't worry about it. It's cool. Grab a bath towel, something that you can twist up, create tension between your hands so that you can feel the tension in your shoulder blades. Bring those shoulder blades down and back on the spine. Okay? Elbows are straight. And I'm going to mobilize my shoulders. Now, not everyone has this mobility to where they can get the bar all the way behind them. That is totally fine. No sweat, okay? Look, you are working with what you've got. Some people are going to stop here, here, maybe even here. That's all good. I don't want you to make this painful, okay? So just bring it behind you wherever you need to stop. I'm also not overly arching my back to make this happen. I want you to understand that I'm trying to keep my back completely stable and static. I'm not arching. I'm not generating any type of tension in my body other than to pull on this stick so that the tension is in my shoulder blades. And it just feels good. I can feel that area of my body warming up, which is a good thing. That's all I'm after. A little bit of mobilization here. All right. And I'm not going to count these. This is part of my warm-up. I'm not going to spend an entirely too much energy on my warm-up with you because my hope is that you have a few exercises work really well for you, and you can hit pause at any time, throw those in. Maybe you like some static work. I'm really going to stick with more of the dynamic stuff because I really just want to get the blood flow and get my body loose so that I'm ready to exercise. Nothing today should be overly hard for you. Of course, you got to meet yourself where you are. Some people are going to be here and everything else in between all the way to here. No worries. You're only competing with yourself, right? So let's get started, okay? We've done a few of those sunrises exercises for our shoulders, maybe a few arm swings, maybe a few shoulder rolls. Take them forward. Nice big rolls, okay? And then back. Nice big rolls there. You're just trying to mobilize, loosen it up. Maybe a few alternating. Let the ribs get loose. I'm going to take a few overhead reaches, opening up my rib cage. I don't need to stay in any one position overly long. I'm really just trying to get my body ready to respond. Today will be total body in that we're going to do some upper, lower, and some core work. Probably going to get your heart rate up just a bit too as well. Okay, I'm going to stand on this leg. Now, you may find that you need the wall beside you or perhaps a chair, something to help you balance. I'm going to go ahead and freestand. Feel free to laugh if I weeble wobble. I'll try not to fall down. Okay, and I'm just doing some leg swings to get my hips opening. Okay, so this is my swinging leg. It's going in front of my standing leg. Okay, just like so. And I'm going to take that same leg forward and back. I have to bend the knee slightly so I don't scrape the bottom of my foot on the floor. That would not go too well. So my knee's bent slightly, and I'm really just trying to swing from up high. Okay? Same thing on the other side. Mind-body connection, that standing leg. Joints are having to act and react to my body weight. And forward and back. Woo. Come on, right ankle. take that stick, actually, come to think of it, throw in another exercise for you. We're going to do some good mornings. If you're familiar with these, some people use the weighted bar, and they'll stand about hip width apart and they'll do a strength exercise with the bar. In this case, my bar doesn't weigh that much at all. I'm really just using it as a kind of like a prop, I guess. What I'm going to do is keep my knees slightly soft. Let me turn sideways so you can see me better. I'm going to keep my knees slightly soft. My feet are about hip width, shoulder width apart. I'm going to keep them soft and send my butt backwards. Bring my back to a tabletop position. Now I'm not reaching for the floor with my face. In other words, I'm trying to keep my neck in line with my back. And I'm feeling that stretch through my glutes a little bit, but especially in my hamstrings. So my backside is just getting a little bit of attention. Telling it, hey, wakey, wakey, let's do this. And again, I'm not really counting these reps. I'm listening to my body. Feel free to do more or less. And again, hit pause if you want to. Do whatever exercises you need to feel loose and ready, okay? All right, let's get started with our exercises. We're going to start with prisoner get-ups. And like the name suggests, hands are going to be on the head, okay? Now I'm going to go down with my right, down with my left, up with my right, up with my left. However, I'm not going to come to a fully standing position. I'm actually going to come to a squatting position, so I keep the legs loaded. I'm going to do 5 leading with the right, switch right into 5 with the left. Let's do this. Down, down, up, up. You can go slower than me if you'd like. That's 5 with my right, right into 5 with my left. All right, next exercise. I'm going to come down onto the mat with my hands. However, if you want, you can do elbows instead. We're going to do, in my case, a high plank, plank jacks. Feel free to go down to the elbows and do low plank elbow jacks, or low plank plank jacks. Either way, it's going to work just fine for you. Make sure that you stack the joints. So for instance, if you're on your elbows should be directly underneath your shoulder. Or in my case, my hands are going to be directly underneath my shoulder. Bring myself to a high plank. Tighten my core, tighten my legs. 20 reps. Let's go. That's 20. All right. I'm going to come down to a side view for you. Now, once again, I need to stack my joints. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, hands, shoulders, knees, toes, people. All right, so here we go. We've got them stacked. Same thing with my knee. I want to have a nice straight line. And I want to feel as though I am splitting my body weight into all 4 parts. Now the difference is, what I'm going to do next is take this knee off the floor, and I'm going to try not to shift my weight too far into the opposite side. So I lift it up, bring it slightly behind me, and then lift that thigh bone as close to parallel to the floor as I can. These are called fire hydrants. One guess why. Any dog lovers out there? And I'm aiming for about 15 of these on each side. Bear in mind, I'm really trying not to rotate my hips, but use those muscles that externally rotate my hip. It's part of your group of butt muscles. And the hip girdle, what keeps our hip connected to the body. Here we go, other side. Slightly behind, parallel. Try not to rotate away or shift the weight too far away from that leg. fast or slow as you're comfortable. I would prefer you take this kind of slow. A lot of people kind of overlook the return part of your exercise. So in this case, when the leg is returning to the ground, if you just let it fall, you're missing half the work. That's called the eccentric portion. In the eccentric portion, you're resisting gravity. Resist. Slow down. Fight gravity. Let that work happen. Okay? All right. Next, we're going to do squat touches or squat kicks, toe touch. Now, my toe's a long way from me, so I'm actually going to do more of a shin touch, but feel free to grab that toe if you're able. I'm going to start with my hands behind my ears once again, kind of like that prisoner style for the squats, or get-ups rather, and I'm going to alternate the leg. We're going to do 20 reps here, okay? It looks something like this. Squat, kick, and touch. Remember to alternate. Try to return your leg, or your foot rather, pretty close to where it left the ground to begin with. More. Nice high kick here. All right. Feel free to grab water at any time. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip. All right. Our next exercise, we're going to be doing skaters, and this is one of those exercises that sometimes people get a little squirrely with. So I'm going to break it down for you, try and simplify it as best I can. I encourage you to, if you're good with your left and your right, to follow my lead. I'm going to step with my right foot. I'm going to reach behind with my left foot. Do not worry about your hands yet, okay? Then step with the left. Step behind with the right. Step right, reach back left. Step left, reach back right. That's the foot pattern, okay? Without arms, that's what skaters look like. You can suspend the foot if you're able, but that's definitely a progression. For now, just reach. Try to keep that back leg long, okay? And keep that standing leg underneath you. Now, hopefully you can see, I'm trying not to let that knee fall out on me, okay? Trying to keep it kind of stacked above my ankle joint. Now, when you're ready, we're going to start to reach, okay? So, I'm going to say it as I do it, all right? Going really slow here for you. Step right, back with the left, reach with the left. Step left, back with the right, reach with the right. Let's speed it up. And right here, I'm going to go ahead and count that as 4 of 20. Trying to keep my back nice and flat. That's 20. See what happened to our music. All right. We're going to do floor exercise next. Something good for our shoulders, okay? So hopefully you'll be able to see me well. I'm breathing a little bit hard, so I'm going to try and talk through this and then demo it for you, okay? I'm going to go down, face down, and I'm going to rest my forehead on my mat, okay? I don't want to look up and create flexion in the back of my neck. I want my neck long and straight, just like my spine. Next, my arms are going to be beside me, okay? And I'm going to elongate them and have my thumbs on top. So like a knife hand, thumb on top, okay? And keeping my elbows straight and my forehead down, I'm going to lift if I was standing, you would see I am making a Y position. So Y, and then I'm going to bring the arms out straight beside me for a T. Then I'm going to bend my elbows and lift for a W. Okay, so again, it's knife hand, Y, T, W. Okay? With those, I am really trying to squeeze the shoulder blades, the T and the W in particular. I'm trying to bring my shoulder blades together, okay? If I had a stretchy band and I was pulling it apart, I would feel an incredible amount of tension in the shoulder blades, very similar to what you felt with that bar, okay? Hopefully that'll give you some mind-body connection there. Alrighty, forehead down. We're going to do 5 sets of these 3 things, so 15 total lifts. You will feel your glutes tighten. I want you to make sure that you're keeping that body nice and straight and the forehead down. Y, T, W, Y, T, W, Y, T, W. That's 3 of 5. Y, T, W, Y. This is our last one. T, W. Now in the beginning, if that exercise is new for you, I would encourage you not to use hand weights, okay? But if it's not new for you, or you're not feeling that in your shoulder blades, by all means, if you've got some really light weights, maybe something up to the, 5 to 8 pound range, really wouldn't go any heavier than that, you can definitely add the weights for those exercises. Understand though that most people in life right now, everything is in front of us. Phone, car, computer, and we are developing this crunched forward position. The YTW exercises are designed to help pull our shoulder blades back, open our chest up, and drop those shoulder blades down and in the place that they were meant to be, okay? So that's more of a corrective exercise versus a real strength training exercise. So don't feel as though it's got to burn, you know. It doesn't need to burn. You just want to feel it, okay? Activate. No need to burn. All right. We're going to do a reverse lunge to a single leg deadlift next. This is going to be a complex balancing exercise, okay? I'm going to do this one from the side so that you can see what I'm up to, okay? So I'm going to stay with my right leg for my reps on this one, and then I'm going to go to the left leg for the same situation. I'm going to reverse lunge, okay? Now I do have my toe on the floor and my heel up. You can drop that knee further down to increase the stretch in the front of that leg if you'd like, or if you're more comfortable keeping a straight leg, by all means, that's okay with me. So I'm going to keep my lunge a little bit shorter and drop that knee, and then I'm going to come up, balance, and tip forward. Remember those good mornings we did at the beginning? That hinge is going to be a very integral part of your single leg deadlift, okay? My standing knee is going to be soft too. So I want to make sure I mention that to you. I'm not trying to lock out on my standing leg. That would not be good for the joint, okay? Step back, reach into that lunge, deadlift. That's 3. Sorry about our music. Feel free to play around as I tip over a little there. That's 4. 5. Your standing leg should get a little fatigued. I also want to point out that that floating toe, I'm trying to keep the toe pointed towards the floor and not let my hip rotate out. I think I have 2 more here. A little secret. I'm not a very good counter. Focus more on how it feels and the quality of the exercise versus the quantity. There's no magic number involved, okay? I'm going to switch to my left. Let me turn so you can see me. All right, now my right leg tends to be a little more wobbly than my left. But I tell you what, I celebrate it every day. No longer in a boot. Still bringing that right leg on board. There's 1, 2. Whoops. 3. 4. 5. 5 more. Hanging tough? Me too. Whoops. Little curtsy there. Making it special. 7. 8. 9. We've got 1 more here. Awesome. Those take a little bit of time to get them right. You don't need to rush those, okay? All right, next exercise. I'm going to throw in some eccentric push-ups here, okay? Probably going to wish I had done these earlier in my program, but hey, I don't mind being human with you. Okay, eccentric push-ups. You heard that term earlier in our workout. Eccentric is the part of the workout where, or the part of the exercise where I'm returning towards gravity. I'm not necessarily having to resist it. If I want to let go, I can just flop. I'm going to find the ground pretty quick. It's not going to hurt. I'm on my yoga mat. So I'm going to encourage you to hold this as long as you can, even if it results in you flopping. Don't worry about it, okay? Just don't smash your nose. All right, so having said that, let me explain this a little better. We're going to start in a high plank position, okay? I'm going to have my hands underneath my shoulders. So if I was doing push-ups, standard issue, I'd probably be just a bit wider unless I was really trying to hit those triceps, because this is, in fact, going to hit those triceps, okay? Hands are going to be slightly narrow. Now imagine a DJ on the turntable, okay? I'm going to rotate my hands out, my fingertips out, which is going to tuck my elbows in towards my ribs. And I'm literally going to scrape my ribs with my elbows, okay? We're going to aim for 10 reps on this, okay? You do what you can. Remember, it's okay to flop, but I do want you to try to hold your body in a board-like position the whole way down to the floor, okay? I want you to focus predominantly on getting your shoulders to the floor, not after your hips, but at the same time. Most people tend to arch the back, get the hips there, and then bring the chest down. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I want my chest to get there at the same time as my hips. There's 1. Now, the easy way to get up is to push up onto your knees, back up to the toes, and down again. That's 2. Go as slow as you can. 3. 4. Great way to train for tricep push-ups. 5. Those of you that do yoga, this may seem very familiar to you as well. We're halfway there, people. 6. 7. Notice I'm not reaching for the floor with my face. At least I hope I'm not. 8. Shouldn't be. 9. 1 more. 10. All right. We have goblet squats next. Now, if you have that weight at home, great time to grab it. We're going to use whatever it is you have in mind for your side bends for goblet squats as well. So in this case, I'm going to just give this gallon jug a little squeeze. I'm going to put my feet about shoulder width apart. I want to point out to you that my toes, some people are more comfortable being slightly splay-footed or toes turned out. Some people are going to be dead straight. I mostly encourage you to just try and make the feet symmetrical, okay? Let's do 20 reps. Take it as low as you're comfortable. That's 8. I have 10 more. I'm sitting down like I'm looking for a chair, about the same height as my dining room chair. I'm going to do 5 more. And 1. All right, good stuff. Shake out those legs if you need to. Next, we're going to do our side body bends, okay? I'll pick that weight back up, get myself set with the same stance I had for my goblet squats. I'm going to put one hand on my head. Now, I'm going to show you this. I'm not going to stay directly on my lateral line. I'm actually going to bring this weight just slightly behind me and focus on bringing my shoulder around, down, and back so that that blade is sitting nice and flat on my back, right beside my spine where it belongs. I don't want to have this weight here in front of me or necessarily right on my side because it's too easy to have that shoulder pitched forward. So I'm really going to focus on that shoulder, hand on my head, and I'm going to reach and go slightly beyond, straight up and down when I return. That's 4. And I know you can't tell because I have pants on, but my knees are slightly bent, slightly soft. I'm not locked in the knee. I think I have about 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same thing other side. Hand on the head. I'm going to get that shoulder around, down, and back beside my spine where it belongs. And this weight is slightly behind my lateral line. I'm going to reach and go past, straight up and down as I return. This should be working your core. I've got about 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, I think we have some time for some core on the floor. Not trying to make a silly rhyme there. Forgive me. Now I'm going to tell you how to do this next exercise 2 different ways, okay? If you have a chair nearby, like I happen to have, then feel free to use it as a prop for your standing leg, okay? The free leg is going to be pulled back towards my face. I'm going to show it with the chair, and I'm going to show it with the floor. I'll probably start with the floor because that's the standard way, and the chair is actually a progression, okay? So I'm on my back, my knees are bent. I'm going to let my left leg be my standing or my prop leg, and I'm going to single leg hip bridge off the floor, and then pull that right knee towards my chest, and then back down again. Bridge up, reach, and back down again. Up, reach, back down again. Up, reach, back down again. Or drive might be a better verbiage to use. Drive, and down. Up, drive, down. Up, drive, down. Let's do 2 more. Up, drive, down. 1 more. Up, drive, down. Now I'm going to show you that progression using my chair here, okay? All right, so I'm going to put my right foot on this chair. Probably don't need to point this out, but it's best if that chair's not going to slide out from underneath me. And I didn't practice this, so I'm hoping this chair is nice and stable. Feel free to laugh at me. I guarantee you I will as well. Okay, so I'm going to bridge up, drive, and down. Now you can see I can get so much more leverage with that leg propped up on the chair. That chair's starting to slide just a titch, but I think I got it. I'll do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right. That's your single leg hip bridge with a knee drive, and your single leg hip bridge knee drive using a chair or some type of stable surface to get a little extra oomph into that, okay? Let's see. How about we do some standard issue sit-ups, but let's do it with a little flair, okay? One of the things that I don't like about standard issue sit-ups is how much hip flexor it tends to recruit. So I like to put the bottoms of my feet together, which kind of eliminates the pull from the flexors and allows me to focus on my abs. Let's see. Hopefully you can see me just fine like this. Got my feet soles together. I'm going to lay back. Arms are going to be overhead, and you can use your arms for a little swing or as much swing as you need. I'm also going to tell you, again, eccentric. Control and resist gravity on the way down. Go slow. Keep those feet together. And the less you bring those arms back behind you, the less they're going to help you with momentum to bring you back up. Awesome. Great job, y'all. Again, I'm Summer Simpson, coming to you on behalf of the Levine JCC. I'm one of the personal trainers. I also work with our J-Force program and Rocksteady boxing program. It's been great doing this class for you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. It's probably a little different than the typical Group X style you might be accustomed to. Great music, quick flow. This one I slowed down just a bit for you, a little more personal training style, trying to connect mind-body connection for you. We have awesome Group X instructors at the J. If you haven't checked out the rest of them on the YouTube channel, go for it. We've got some awesome bar, some great strength work. There's some butt and gut, which is core and glutes, and there's some great arm work, leg work. You want to do some interval training, Tabata, some awesome cardio dance. I mean, whatever you want, we've got it there for you. We also have some personal trainers. You're obviously welcome to reach out at any time and connect with us as well. We hope that you are finding the connection that you need and you're feeling the support that we desperately want to offer you. You're our family. We love you. We can't wait to get back together. But in the meantime, keep on training with us. Keep on sweating with us. We love you. See you again soon, hopefully.